Welcome back to Scoundrels, Inc., another Star Wars podcast. I am Frank Janish, alongside Brandon Hanna and the very lovely and very mild-tempered Kevin Smets. No problems here whatsoever.
What do you guys think of the new webcam? Do I look good?
Let's see.
Good? Is it high def? Oh, you mean it's not high def? Why am I holding it? Why isn't it working? I'll tell you why. Because Mr. Frank Cannon over here, who just knows how to set up anything, can't get this working for me. So here I am stuck. And I don't have the other camera, which was a little better than this camera. So now, not only did I had to step up. Look at this. Yeah, it's all whatever. I'll be fine. How are you guys doing? It's fine. Having little technical issues, so now I'm back to the original laptop or the freaking Mac camera. I look bad. I smell bad, or not smell bad.
Well, we didn't need to know the last part, but okay.
Sound bad. Never mind. Just I'm in one of those moods. It's fine. Yeah. I'll get this working by next week, hopefully. Worked once on Jedi Way. Maybe if you guys were John Roca and Laura Kelly, it would have worked, but
I guess not. Brandon, save us from Kevin's ranting.
I mean, I'm still mad that throughout all of this, we found out that Kevin got like wings and sushi without us multiple times. He partied, he said, I believe.
What do you guys not eat until you come visit me or what?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. There's a lot going on.
Killing joke right here. Batman fans, killing joke. All right.
Anyways, well, yeah.
Go ahead.
This week we are going to talk about some Star Wars once again as we continue on our ranking series, if you will. And this week I think a couple weeks ago, you could have seen our panel at LA Comic-Con. That's up on the channel if you haven't watched
Panel's
that.
Day.
That's right. And then before that, our other episode we did was what's the best battle in Star Wars? And those battles we're talking about like over Coruscant, and we're talking about the other one. Nothing's coming to my brain right now. Like Battle of Crate. There's so many other ones, right? Like the end battles of all the movies. Scarif. Like, wow, my brain is gone. Anyways, but this week, I texted our group, and I was like, what if we did like the smaller skirmishes? Those battles, and so that's what we're talking about this week, even though that bores Brandon to death. We're still going to talk about it.
Yeah, nothing like a top 10 list of skirmishes, because that's what everybody remembers. Skirmishes. Even the word skirmish is stupid. Continue.
All right. So if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel.
Please.
That'd be nice.
Subscribers. Yeah. So we need you to balance it out for us.
Yeah, hit the like button already on this video because of Kevin's. It'll make Kevin feel a lot better about his camera woes. And then leave a comment down below on what are your thoughts on the word skirmish? Do you agree with Kevin? Do you disagree with Kevin? Let us know what some of your smaller scale battles are, your more favorite ones. And then, again, if you want to follow us on our socials, they're there in the description. You can go ahead and follow those. If you want to listen to us only and not have to worry about Kevin's video problems, you can just listen on our podcast feed as well, wherever you get your podcasts. So we got all that going on. But let's get into what we're here to talk about today. And that's the small scale skirmishes.
I am now selling. Okay. I am now selling a Canon EOS R50 camera. Hit me up in the comments.
He's not. It works brand new. Works like brand new, right, Kevin? Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start, I think, at the top here. And as we go through the list, I want to list what the little skirmish is that we're gonna start to rank, because it's out. People will have different opinions on what they think would qualify or whatnot, but this is something that I texted in the group, and then I got no pushback from. So this is the list, and we're gonna start.
Read the text.
Did you not read the text, Brandon?
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's...
Wow.
Well, you're going to find out now. So we're going to start with the Phantom Menace. And actually, you know what? This is great, actually. Brandon,
yes.
What little small-scale skirmish battle do you think I picked from the Phantom Menace?
Well, let's think about this. Small-scale skirmish. Could that entail like that one part like in like the pod race when it comes down to just Sebulba and Anakin?
That's not a skirmish. That's a race. Wait for our top 5
Yeah.
race
Or
skirmishes.
Yeah, we're gonna do a top 5 pod racers. That's what we're gonna do.
maybe when they're in the bongo under the plaid.
No, that's a
All right.
chase. That's a
No,
chase. That's a chase.
No.
Google skirmish, bro.
Yeah.
I guess if I
I
had
think
to guess,
you're overthinking it. I think.
I would say, well, I guess, would it be Qui-Gon and Maul?
There it is. That's the one I picked. That's the one I picked. So we're gonna put that one right at number 1.
Drop.
That's right. Anakin, drop. That's kind of, for me at least, that's one of the more iconic lines from the Phantom Menace. It's silly because they're running towards the ship, and if you don't know without the deleted scene, you're like, why are they running? Why are they running?
Good time for a jog.
Good time for a jog in the desert.
Why are they running?
Well, because there's the previous scene. There's a deleted scene in which Qui-Gon slashes the probe, and he's like, "Uh-oh, someone's like onto us." And then that's when they start running. But that's not obviously in the final film. And so when they cut to that scene, they're already running, but they've already deleted that scene. Hence the deleted scene.
Thought they were just in a rush.
Well, I mean, that could be their canon now, I guess. Anyways,
They hung out for like a few days.
they did. They were there a little while. All right. Attack of the Clones. Brandon, gonna go. What little skirmish battle do you think I put on that list?
Maybe Anakin on the assembly line when he gets his hand stuck.
Ooh, that's a good one, but no, I did not.
No. Well, then I guess it would have to be Obi-Wan versus Jango Fett.
That is correct. I even threw in the asteroid field chase in there as well, but mostly the Obi-Wan Jango on Kamino on the platform. Kevin.
Yeah, you can't throw the asteroid field too. That's a completely different scene.
I mean, that's fair.
What is this? What is this nonsense?
I don't know. I'm looking at the text, Kevin, and below it you said, "I dig it," and you left no remarks about the asteroid field. So
that's because I dug it, but I didn't. I dug it without reading it. I trust you, Frank.
This is great. Anyway, okay, we'll leave the asteroid field out, which is fine. We'll leave the asteroid field.
You don't
out.
need it.
Happy holidays. After or before Christmas?
This is before Christmas.
Before
this is our
Christmas,
Christmas episode.
Afterlife Day.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm gonna get visited by 3 ghosts.
three camera ghosts.
3 and it's gonna be Yoda, Yaddle, and Grogu.
I actually have a Grogu shirt, Christmas shirt right now.
Wow.
So wore that last year as well on the show. Okay, Kevin,
Yeah, buddy.
talk to me about Obi-Wan Jango. Did you like? They had a headbutt, you know.
I just remember episode 2 had these episode 2 selects photos, which were just like, back on they would just release them on StarWars.com, and one of them was just Obi-Wan in the rain, like an overhead shot, and then there was one of Jango holding a umbrella. If people remember this.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Like a famous photo. So this is good. This is a good selection on there, and it's great because it's cool to see not like a Jedi with a lightsaber. You're like, how would someone not just instantly be killed? And the Clone Wars show does a good job of that, showing when the Mandalorians are fighting with Jedi, or with bounty hunters are fighting with Jedi, of how they can get away with stuff. And this was like one of the first iterations of it. Jango is totally like Batman with his grappling hook and all that stuff. So
and he's like really claws cool. Up the side.
This is going to be really high up there for me. I would assume this one.
So above Phantom Menace for you.
Yeah, the Phantom Menace one. I mean, you didn't let me chime in on that because you don't care about me, and I was also still researching canon.
I know you were distracted.
Turns out that utility app doesn't work with the R50, so that was a waste of download. But anyways, the Qui-Gon Tatooine is cool because daytime lightsaber action, and it's so quick. Yeah. The graphic of when Qui-Gon jumps up on the thing is kind of cheesy and stuff. But I remember watching it in the theater and the faraway shot from the cockpit where you saw 2 sabers doing this. I always for some reason love really far away shots of lightsabers dueling, because it's probably really hard to do. You have to really zoom in there for the graphics. So, but yeah, Obi-Wan Jango for sure above that.
Yeah. Also, real quick on that Phantom Menace one, I think there was more deleted scene too, where Darth Maul actually gets up on that platform on the plank.
Oh, I
that's
think it was
down.
animatics or something. It wasn't shot.
Something like that too. And they were supposed to battle up there, but that never happened, obviously.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Yes.
this Django Obi-Wan in the rain. I mean, this was like what Kevin was talking about. Even though you had Boba Fett in the original trilogy, you didn't have like Luke's. Very good. You said that a little too quick. I'm not gonna lie. That's like, man, that was really good. But you never had like Luke directly fighting, Boba Fett. In this one, in Attack of the Clones, Obi-Wan and Django.
Unless you play the arcade game, dude.
Oh, sure. Do you put this battle above or below Qui-Gon and Darth Maul?
I put it above. I am just super nostalgic for this scene in particular. I always loved it. Always loved Jango Fett. Think it's so cool. In the trailers, the rain on Camino setting the tone for the movie. Great atmosphere. And yeah, although I could also say that, there was that like cereal tie-in that came out with Attack of the Clones. There was like Attack of the Clones cereal with like almost had like a glossy reflective box.
I don't remember that.
I
remember that.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. Well, just watching that scene or even thinking of that scene, I feel like I could taste that cereal still.
Wow.
With the little marshmallows in it.
Frosted Django's? What do they got? What's going on?
So that's why it's my number one.
I remember from, I think, one of the featurettes on the DVD, I think it was, probably, when they're doing some CGI in this scene where Obi-Wan is reaching out for his saber, and Brandon's going to hold this up to the screen. Oh.
There's two different...
I could taste it, too. You know what it tasted like? I remember it tasted like Captain Crunch.
There's another iteration of Anakin and Padme.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah.
They were... Man, what a time.
The cereal and junk food tie-ins for Attack of the Clones are unmatched.
That's probably true. There's a scene in terms of like the special effects where I think it's like a digital Obi-Wan where he's trying to force grab his lightsaber, but he gets yanked by Django's rope or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And,
not good.
Yeah, but like they had to animate that he was still looking at trying to like follow the saber. It was a weird like just like little tiny detail that they were making sure to pay attention to in that sequence. And yeah, that whole Camino sequence with Django, I thought was real. I mean, yeah, you don't get a lot of stuff, a lot of rain scenes in Star Wars to begin with. So I don't think
you have to go on a rain planet. You gotta go on a rain.
I mean, planet. Yeah, that's true. It just doesn't rain.
Remember, the Star Wars get to be on a swamp planet or a beach planet. There's not like a planet with multiple biomes.
Does it rain on Mimban, or are they just like in the mud?
Well, how do they make mud? How do you make mud if it doesn't rain?
Does it rain there? No.
We don't see the rain though.
Okay. Well, anyways, let's move on. here. Revenge of the Sith, even though I typed out Revenge of the Sith here, or Jedi in the notes.
I see that.
So
uncivilized.
Yeah.
Brandon, which one did I pick from this movie?
I just gave him the clue. If he misses it, he's stupid.
I don't know. There's a lot of action-packed scenes. This whole movie's action, man.
Which one did I pick? Except for like the
45-minute lull. How are you missing it? I said so uncivilized.
All right. Is it when Obi-Wan fights General Grievous?
You got it. That's the one I picked, and I got no pushback whatsoever.
Because I dug it.
Yeah, you dug it. Tell me why you dug it, Kevin.
I feel like the skirmish would have been, could have been the if we're talking about skirmishes though, the battle on Kashyyyk, it's such an afterthought. It's used as a plot device. No one's ever in danger except for that one blaster bolt where Yoda's like, "Whoa, guys!" when he's standing watching over.
I mean, George had to figure out a way to get Yoda off of Coruscant. And so
he's just sitting there for that battle. Now, the Battlefront games were really cool. The OG ones on Xbox or PlayStation, whatever.
That was like the best map.
Yeah, you could play on Kashyyyk. That was cool.
It's cool.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm down for this because this seems like your skirmishes you're selecting are more like they're kind of a little more personal anyway. They're kind of one-on-ones and stuff like that. So yeah, I would also say this would go below the two we've already seen though. Grievous is cool, but in the end, it's just Obi-Wan gunning down a fucking,
Yeah,
you know what I
this
mean? Like,
was
bop, 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 bop.
this
Like
was
a
Clone
gang
Wars
killing.
Grievous. This was Clone Wars Grievous. That'd be a different story, but the movie version we got, I think,
Yeah, let me
he's
tell you,
not
dude.
super
In my
intimidating.
super watch, I watched the 2D Tarkovsky or whatever, the
Tarkovsky, yeah.
and their intro to Grievous, when that one like Jedi that kind of looks like Shaggy from Scooby Doo, where he's like, "Man, I'm too scared," and then he just runs out and just gets smashed, and then Grievous just kills everyone but Kiadi. So good, man. They really set him up cool, and that's part of my super watch. You watch that episode before you get into the Clone Wars show, so you can have a little bit of fear going into Grievous. It's funny when you watch all of the Clone Wars, I'm sure, and then you get to Revenge of the Sith. It's kind of like an anticlimactic death, but that's sometimes how it happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like it took one bullet probably to kill. I don't want to demonetize, but Bin Laden or whatever. It didn't take a lot, right? Like it always ends in the something that's kind of like unexpected or quick.
Yeah.
So
I will say I think the kind of the homage to A New Hope with Obi-Wan using the blaster,
and then says Uncivilized.
Yeah. I think there's
in the special edition, they actually George flashes back to Grievous. He's like, he says, "Oh, blast!"
It's a flashback.
yeah, we have a flashback.
Brandon, did you see that flashback? What do you think of this skirmish in comparison to the other two we've talked about already?
I like it. It's funny. Like I'm a big Obi-Wan guy, you know, especially after the Obi-Wan show where he whooped Vader's butt a second time. I'm like, man, like you don't mess with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like it ain't getting well for you, dude.
Nice your Count Dooku.
Count Dooku, I don't know what his deal was. He had a cheat code or something, man.
Cheat code.
It was the curved lightsaber. It messed him up. The hilt. The curved hilt messed Obi-Wan up. Yeah, he's like, huh? Like, how does that happen? I don't get it. But
he got beat twice by Count Dooku. It
was all part of the plan.
It was all part of
the plan.
Okay.
So that the Sith would underestimate him. He's playing 3D chess, dude. We're all playing checkers.
Oh my gosh.
But I will say, it's almost up there with Captain America trying to like put Ultron in a headlock when like Obi-Wan like kicks Grievous and just hurts his shin. He's like, "Ow!" That's good. Bro, what'd you think was gonna happen, man? He kicked a robot. He kicked a piece of. It's like trying to kick the Terminator. But yeah, maybe I would put it second under
Kamino, and Obi-Wan.
Yes.
So we got so
yeah,
far
I would do that. I guess I would acquiesce to that too. I forgot about the first part too, which Spielberg helped storyboard with the close up of the eyes and stuff like that. Really good CGI of those eyeballs too. You really see that.
Every time I see that scene, I'm like, I still can't believe this is 2006, 5.
You are doomed.
Yeah, really great shot that just stands the test of time. I would also put Grievous, Obi-Wan below Jango Obi-Wan, but above Maul and Qui-Gon. I think if Maul and Qui-Gon was a little more longer, I think it probably would be pretty high on this list overall. But
that's what she said.
the minute I said that, I knew. Let's move to this one's gonna be pretty fun. I don't know where Brain's gonna go on this one, but what did I pick out of A New Hope? Which one did I pick?
Man.
This is a fun one.
Skirmish. When Han runs through the hallway and then he sees all the stormtroopers and he turns around and goes, "Ah!"
You're close, but no.
Absolutely not close.
I know. I was trying to make him. I don't want to completely roast him. Yes, it's on the Death Star, though. It's on the Death Star.
It's on the Death Star. Okay, I was gonna say.
I hate this scene, by the way, and I'll tell you why. I hate.
Oh, okay.
Scene.
I can't wait to hear
the like trash compactor. Is that a skirmish?
We're almost there. Right before.
Ah,
the detention.
Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. How are you? It was a boring
That's great.
conversation
That's
anyway.
great.
Wait, we're gonna have some company.
Yeah,
It's a bunch of close, and I remember this when it came out in the special edition. That and every subsequent screening, whenever I saw on the big screen, it was the same thing. For some reason, the audio is really loud on that, and it's just a bunch of shots of Chewbacca close up shooting his bowcaster, and then close up shots of those wall guns being exploded. But
those are cameras.
really bright and really loud, and it's like he shoots like one or two too many. It's like shoot two and then kill the bad guys and then go on. It's like it's this action scene between our heroes and a wall. That's it. So it's on the freaking bottom for me. So
oh my god! You know what? Look, I like this scene a lot because you have Leia's now busted out of her cell, and Chewie and Han are retreating into the hallway, and there's the dialogue between. Kevin, did you mute yourself?
Yeah, my daughter's trying to bang the door down like velociraptors. They're home, so
Ellie, the door locks.
Okay. Is she gonna lick a ladle?
Slowly the door's starting to open. So I'm not trying to talk. Sorry, I'm trying to be polite and not interrupt you.
Okay, gotcha. So this scene also has a really great banter between Leia and Han, and perhaps you like it better in your cell. You know, I think all that going on there, and I think just like it's a really, in my mind, like a classic Star Wars shootout should be, you know, stormtroopers versus our heroes on the Death Star, and you know, in this moment you're like, well, what's gonna happen? And then Princess Leia takes over, you know, into the chute flyboy.
Oh, are you?
Oh,
Are you in the dark?
Yeah.
What's going on over there?
We lost power. But I don't know how my router is still.
How are we still connected?
How am I still connected?
What's happening?
What is going on?
Oh my gosh.
I mean.
Well, there you have it, folks. The top 4. Kevin, I think you're still muted.
Wait, he left now?
I think he lost power. But he was
a great episode.
Frank, are you still with us?
We have to air this as is. Are we still recording? We gotta be.
It says recording.
You like my Santa hat?
I don't think Frank's here anymore. I don't know what's going on. His lights went off in his room, but he was still on. I could still talk to him for like a little bit, and
I wonder
what?
if an asteroid like landed on his.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very, very ominous. What
if he's being murdered right now?
Could be the 501st Legion strike force coming.
Oh my gosh, this is funny.
Oh man!
If we do end up getting this recording, keep this part, but now end it because now I don't want to perform anymore.
Okay, I think we're back now after my house.
How are you?
Power outage. Yeah, talking about the detention center. The lights just went out, and that was pretty funny.
I thought an asteroid might have. I came back and you were gone.
Yeah. This has been a really interesting episode.
It's our special look. It's our special holiday episode. Holiday episodes always have a couple more comic gags and stuff. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's like. I know exactly what's going on. My wife's taking a shower, and now I think my daughter is sad because I'm okay. I'll be right back. Continue. I don't care. But the detention center goes very. This is a great episode. The detention center goes to the very bottom.
Okay, I disagree. I would put the detention center skirmish just above Maul and Qui-Gon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Brandon. I can't remember if we got your thoughts on this or not.
I think I can go with that. I think I could side with you on this one. Just because, like, Qui-Gon, Maul, it's, like, cool. It's fun. It's, like, basically the first lightsaber fight we get in the prequels. But
right,
it's short-lived. And the detention center, as much as Kevin thinks they're just fighting against a wall. It's very memorable. Like I was just immediately started quoting all the lines, like down the garbage chute, fly boy, and all that.
I think that's
Cell block
actually kind of
1138.
yeah. I think that's kind of the thing that separates.
Mm-hmm.
I think as we get as we go more through the other movies here, this one in particular, and what I picked for Empire Strikes Back, which you're going to be guessing on in a little bit, is that there's more dialogue in some of these skirmishes as opposed to like there's barely any in any of the other prequel ones that we talked about. Hardly any at all. So I think having the dialogue here actually sets it apart and in some ways raises it a little bit more because as you just talked about, like a lot of iconic lines if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, how that scene goes almost verbatim in terms of like the dialogue and who says what and when they say it. So I think that adds to the bit of the specialness behind that scene. So Kevin, we decided that this scene is going up second to last so far, above Qui-Gon and Maul.
Oh, can't hear
He's
you.
muted, and he's muted. Yeah.
Why is everyone hating on Qui-Gon and Maul? Let's be honest. First ever if you watch it in order, chronologically, it's the first lightsaber on lightsaber duel ever seen.
Brandon said that.
And you're
already.
putting it below Chewbacca shooting at freaking wall ornaments. Great.
We also just talked about how the dialogue in that scene of the detention center is pretty memorable.
What dialogue? There's no dialogue.
Yes, there is.
When?
Into the chute, flyboy.
Oh,
Perhaps you'd like it better in your
all
cell,
right,
Your
all right.
Highness.
You're right. That's
Like someone's got to think for us, blah blah blah. Did you have a plan for rescuing? You have a plan to get out? And he's like, there's so many lines in this scene, Kevin.
All right, I thought you were talking
Listen.
to get cute and do the Han Solo versus talking on the tech guy.
Maybe if Qui-Gon had gone, aren't you a little short for a Sith Lord? Then maybe it would go above it.
Maybe. Okay, so as it stands right now,
Phase 2 off to a great start, Fred.
We're not.
Two.
I can't believe you announced it.
We haven't even mentioned Phase 2.
I can't believe you. This is how you want Phase 2 to start. Is that what you're telling me? This is how you want it to start.
I feel like because it's Christmas. This is our Christmas special. Phase 2 starts after the first of the year. Like, probably take the New Year's week off because I'll be out of town anyway, right? So, yeah, I will. You guys can do it, but
I'm like, I don't know your schedule. What are you asking me for?
So I feel like this can't be Phase 2. Phase 2 is all about HD cameras for all of us.
Yeah. Okay. So right now we have Kamino, Obi-Wan, and Jango at number 1.
That should be my still. When you have the still, when you make the thumb drive, just me like
I wish people would understand what that is. Number
drive, I said, thumbnail.
2 will be Grievous and Obi-Wan. And then we'll have the detention center shootout at number 3 and the Phantom Menace.
The garbage matchers and the detention level.
There, see, well, that's a little bit later, but all right. The Empire Strikes Back. Brandon, what did I pick out of this movie?
It has to be R2-D2 and Yoda fighting. Mine.
That's a good one.
How did you know, bro?
It's a good one, but that's an honorable mention. Honorable mention.
Gotta be it.
Honorable mention. No.
How you go so big eating food like this? That's my dinner. Memorable lines.
Sure. We'll do an episode on the most memorable lines. The most innocuous memorable lines.
You're going to have to tell me what innocuous
Kevin's over here looking like he's roaming the halls of Best Buy and just
I'm sad. I can't get over this failure tonight.
I know.
It's the asteroid field chase. You're not actually going into an asteroid field. Which is I guess
to follow us,
right? I'm trying to think. The only other one would be like
that's the thing. I don't know what else.
Like Han,
the Cloud City shootout,
and Leia, they're fighting and it's shootout near the end on Bespin. But yeah, I think you got to go with this one. And this is awesome. The music's great. The music's iconic for this.
Yeah,
they did a nod to this music later. I think they did. Yeah, they did a nod to this music in The Last Jedi, which was cool.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Am
they
I
did.
mistaken?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
I'm not.
Or
I
no,
mean,
no,
I
no.
know
It was
that-
Return of the Jedi had the music that was in Last Jedi, not this asteroid chase.
Well, okay, we're taking. There's the dun 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 dun. That's from A New Hope, which then was reused. It was reused in Return of the
Yes,
Jedi,
that's
and
right,
it was
that's
reused
right.
in The Last Jedi. Okay, here's what I'm thinking of. Dun 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 dun. The asteroid field was reused in Solo, a Star Wars story,
Yes.
during that chase.
Yes.
Oh,
That's
I didn't even
correct.
know that.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great piece of music. And I just remember from the trailers, like the shot of like the Millennium Falcon doing whoa like
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah.
again, it's hard to say it's a skirmish because it's like it's a chase thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just a lack of options for it. So, as skirmishes go, it's not really a skirmish. So, I don't know if we're just I mean I maybe we're just instead of skirmishes, it's more like mid-sized sedan. Sorry, mid-sized action scenes.
A family
right?
of four can enjoy this one. Yeah.
More set pieces, not main set pieces. And if we were trying to pivot to that, then it would be high up there. But if it's like a skirmish, like, it's not.
Yeah, I guess that's the other part. Like, what do? Yeah. But then again, Kevin said he dug it in the text thread, so.
I dig your list, man. I will always dig your list.
Only one of these movies that has a Doug is Phantom Menace, and also
Wrong.
technically Attack of the
Extremely
Clones.
dangerous, Doug.
Also wrong. Also wrong.
Oh, that's right.
They added a Doug.
Attack of the Clones.
They added a Doug in Return of the Jedi. Doug's.
There's one in Attack of the Clones too.
Walking around right before Luke sneaks in.
What?
That's right.
Or Luke.
Yeah,
At
there
night,
is.
in the
Yeah.
middle of the night, they show a Doug like just walking.
Yeah,
across
in Jabba's palace. Yeah, that's right.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Doug, an especially dangerous Doug.
Well,
I gotta look this up.
I don't think it's
I don't
Sebulba,
believe
though.
you.
You don't believe me? Now I know how my wife.
Wait,
feels
is
whenever
that canon that it's Sebulba in Jabba's palace or no?
It's not
Doug?
Sebulba.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No, I was just making a joke.
I'm betting everything on Sebulba.
Well, you will lose eventually.
Ooh, interesting.
So the asteroid field chase. Look, of all of these, I am gonna put it at number 1. I don't care. Okay. So that's because it's iconic.
Whoa, this guy?
Yeah.
I have no recollection of this whatsoever.
Well, guess what? He's in there, buddy. I don't know what to tell you.
Wow.
Okay. Brandon, your thoughts on where this asteroid field chase belongs on this list?
You had this at the top, Frank?
I personally would put it at the top, yes.
You put this at the top of the list?
You darn right I did.
There's one that's at the top of the list, and you'll see
there's
it.
not much that happens, right? They just like
Why?
fly through it for a while.
I'm never. These are all chases at the end. There's no skirmishes here.
I don't know what else to do. You didn't say anything. No one said anything. This is the list. You deal with it. You rank them. We go home. Let's do this.
Such a great holiday special.
I know. This is like, ever seen The Bear?
Yeah.
Season 2, where like the Christmas episode where everyone's just at each other's throats the whole
That's a
time.
good one, dude.
Yeah, it's really great. Great. Brandon, give me your thoughts. Come on. Well said.
I blank.
Oh my god! Your next one's got to change, and I hate to.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're reading what I wrote the first time weeks ago.
I read it today. Brandon still hasn't read it. We're playing a game.
At least I turned it into a game with him.
Well, you should have. I should have followed his lead.
Okay.
It's too hot to wear this.
Well,
I don't know how Santa Claus did it.
Never mind. Look.
Is this the episode we're going to turn into more film festivals and stuff? Comic-Con? This is the episode. This is the greatest episode of all time.
Oh my gosh. What do you guys want to do? What do you want to do
for Millennium Falcon chase?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
I think if we're gonna I think I'm gonna hijack this and rename it like mid-level.
Call it whatever you want to call it. Where do you put it on the list?
I would put it at the top.
There you go.
It's
Brandon,
at the top.
What are you gonna do?
You put this at the top?
Yeah, because it's not a skirmish. We're not doing skirmishes anymore. It's mid-level, mid card. Think of like a wrestling match, right? This is like
just
mid card right now. This is like the Intercontinental title. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of those matches. So
I just don't think much happens. Like they just like they're in the asteroid field, they're getting shot at, they're like, oh my god, and then like they just like fly out with the trash.
Well, that's much later, but
it's the famous asteroid field chase.
I
All
don't
right, so
know.
you have it on the bottom. We have it at the top, so it should go right down somewhere in the middle.
all right, we'll put it above.
Put it below Obi-Wan Django, below Grievous. But
Yeah,
above
okay, that's fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Return of the Jedi. I'm calling an audible here.
Well,
Let's
I
ask
want Brandon to guess what I picked.
I know, and he'll guess the right answer because he's smart and not stupid.
Okay.
Is it another chase? Is it the speeder bike chase?
Yeah, but are we forgetting a fucking skirmish of that movie?
That was a battle.
With the Ewoks
not a
fighting the stormtroopers?
The freaking
That's the end battle. That's the last battle.
Sarlacc pit battle on all the skimmers. That's when
Mm.
Luke's swinging around and the saber, like
The
that
sail
is a
barge.
skirmish.
Sure, the sail
That
barge.
is the ideal skirmish.
Yeah.
Now, again, you guys also in this movie think that this is part of the opening scene, so I don't know where.
Right, that's why I didn't include it, Kevin. You can
Yeah,
say.
of course.
All right,
That's why
so
it's the
fine.
standard.
Jabba's sail barge at the pit of Carcoon. Where do you rank it,
Number
Kevin?
one, bro.
Okay, fine. Number one. Good for you. Return of the Jedi.
Think about it. It has the Sarlacc pit, and even with the special edition, it was fine. But without the special edition, when it was just a pit, it fucking gave me nightmares. But like every time you were in a sand, you play your Sarlacc pit battles, and you have Boba Fett. He goes out like a punk. So you have that, and you have Luke swinging his green saber, and they did a green saber because blue was not looking good against the blue sky. But when they were swinging it around that day, they thought it was going to be blue, which is kind of cool. And you have R2 shooting the saber. You have everybody, and you have all of our heroes together. And it ends with that awesome music. Dun, 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 dun. Hope that doesn't get you a copyright strike. But yeah, and then they peel off like they destroy it. Jabba's dead.
Yeah,
Leia in a slave bikini costume. Come on, man.
You're right, Brandon. Where are you gonna put the
And Jabba's
sail barge?
tongue, dude. Jabba's tongue.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah, I guess I would have to say this would be number one.
Okay, I will.
It's iconic. It speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And
let's just say,
let the record state, Frank did not put it on the list at all. And I said I dug it. This is why I cannot dig things sight unseen anymore.
And there's a Doug in this movie.
There's enough.
an extremely dangerous Doug.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna put as the list stands through 6 movies, we're gonna put the sail barge at number 1, Obi-Wan and Jango at number 2, Obi-Wan and Grievous at number 3, the asteroid field at number 4, tension level at number 5, and Qui-Gon and Darth Maul at number 6. Now we're moving into the sequels. Brandon, what did I pick from The Force Awakens?
You picked when Finn and Rey first fly in the Millennium Falcon. That ship's garbage. Garbage will do.
Great sequence. I love that sequence. That's not what I picked.
Well, then you're wrong.
Okay.
No. What you picked, by the way, should be number 1 at the top of this list at the end of our discussion.
Wait, what?
That's how good this is. This skirmish.
Wait, what skirmish are you talking about? The one that I picked?
Yes. This
You think this goes at the top?
Sonata's Castle Takodana battle. You have stormtroopers versus people on the ground. You have Kylo stalking Rey. You have and it's the first time we've really seen TIE Fighter versus X-Wing in the atmosphere flying. And that shot where like it's peeling down and then you see the ocean start to get into focus. It's like Top Gun it's like Top Gun with X-Wings and TIE Fighters, and it was so cool. And then just the tracking shot with the theme playing, and Boyega watches Poe shoot down like 8 people like at once.
Okay.
And he's like, "Whoa, that is a hell of a pilot." That is number 1. That should go number 1 on our list.
Wow, number 1. Okay.
If anything, number 2 under the Starlight battle would be iconic. But.
Interesting. Brandon,
Yeah, I mean, if this counts as a skirmish, it's like a mini battle, really. It's like you could call it a battle, you know? Like, I didn't even
The
think of
battle,
it.
the battle of
It's like the
Takodana. You could.
Battle of
That's
Takodana.
why it should be up near the top because it's like a mid card talent. It's like Macho Man versus Steamboat at WrestleMania 3 for the Intercontinental title. You had Hogan and Andre, that was the main event, but Steamboat Savage
Mhm.
was one of the greatest WrestleMania matches of all time, and that was right smack dab in the middle of the card.
I'm glad you brought that
is
up,
what the Battle
Kevin,
of
because
Takodana is. It's Macho Man versus Steamboat.
I'm glad you brought up the wrestling aspect, because what we're doing next week is we're equating wrestlers to Star Wars characters.
Yeah.
And I will be completely lost on that. No. But Brandon, where do you think this is going to rank with on this list?
It is very good. So
I brought
I
up a lot of good points. Yeah,
I'd put it high up.
Every now and then I'm right. Sometimes.
I mean, I'd put it like 1 or 2. Yeah, honestly, it's.
well, which one is it? 1 or 2?
Do I have to pick?
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here.
No, I'm gonna say 2, just so I don't get hate mail from Mark Ellis.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, I think I would put it. I think after what Kevin said, I think I would put it up there. But before this, I was thinking probably it would go under Grievous, Obi-Wan. But I think what Kevin said there, and everything that's going on there with Rey and Finn and Han and Poe and even the cinematography just in general, the way it's shot is really fun.
First time Han shoots the crossbow.
bowcaster.
Like, ooh, I like this.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty.
The traitor, like that little fight. Which, by the way, that should have been Phasma right there. That should have been Phasma Boyega round 1.
That would be cool. But it wasn't.
If I'm writing my own, like, that
Yeah.
it could have easily been Phasma right there. They had their first fights, and then they have their rematch in The Last Jedi. But it's okay.
Okay. Let's move on to The Last Jedi. Brandon, what did I pick in The Last Jedi?
Let's see.
That Kevin dug.
Skirmish.
Yeah, but you're wrong on this one too, Frank. I'm sorry.
See, the reason I put it in there, I was like, hey, I'm gonna read what I said.
When did you send it? I was really busy, man. I have a child, and it's Christmas.
You can only use that twice a year, and you've used that plenty.
So for Brandon,
I noted it as a quick list, and then I sent it at 1:09 p.m. and then.
Was that today?
No, on December 4th, okay? On December 4th.
What?
Monday.
Really? No way.
Monday, December 4th at 1:09 p.m.
December 4th was the day after our freaking panel.
That's correct, sir. I'm always thinking
Why
about
are
the
you
show.
doing it the day after our panel? No one's paying attention.
And then later that day at 6:58 p.m., Kevin replied, "I dig it." So you had almost 6 hours.
I was over from the LA trip. I just sent it.
No one even looked at it, and I noted it as a quick list. And you're like, I dig it. I was like, all right, okay. And then Brandon never said anything. He was worried about the audio cleanup on the episode, and that's fine. But look, I picked the Father of the Year's Canto Bite Chase thing. What else would you pick, Brandon, from The Last Jedi?
When Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character goes, "Those are the shuttle parkers."
Oh.
Yeah.
Guys, it's a
BB-8
BB-8
shooting the coins.
It's the bombers. It's the World War II bombers scene. It's Rose Tico's sister dying heroically. And the death of Captain Kennedy. That is the opening skirmish.
Did we not have that as a
would be high up
battle?
there too.
Yeah, we did have it as a battle, I thought. Yeah,
we did? No.
Yeah.
We had the Battle of Crate. We had a Battle of Crate in that episode. Of course, we had the Battle of Crate.
Yeah, I think so. I think I remember slightly having beef about that. I think Kevin's right.
I think we said what we do. Yeah, we did Battle of Crate. That's correct.
Yeah, the battle over the car in the Alenium system is very good. It's very high.
I would put it above Obi-Wan Grievous, but below all the others.
Okay, Brandon, what do you think?
Yeah, I could do that. I really love this scene.
So fight for it. Don't relent.
Fight for the scene that I love.
Channel your inner Rose.
Yeah, no, I let's just put it in that spot. I think it's very, is there's a lot of other issues. There's like nostalgic and like iconic scenes that like that it has to compete against, but on its own, it's I think it's one of the best like battle skirmish sequences, whatever you want to call it. Very emotionally impactful. Captain Kennedy rules.
You want to put it
Um,
above the asteroid, or
yeah, oh, definitely, yeah. Come on, man.
okay,
Come
okay,
on, dude. Come on.
all right, all right. I think I'm so that would put it at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the number 5 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin.
Yeah, I would agree 5 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm
I'm
last
paying
one.
attention. I know everything you just said.
Okay.
And 5
great.
or 4.
Wait, what?
The number 5 spot.
Yeah, number
or the
5
4
spot.
spot.
5.
Yeah.
5 it is. All right. Guess what I picked for the Rise of Skywalker, Brandon? Your favorite movie?
Let's see here. You picked Win the War and the light speed skipping.
Damn, that'd have been cool too, but I know I didn't pick that.
No.
Not a bad idea.
Maybe someone should have contributed to the list, but anyways.
Why did I just laugh like Jeff Goldblum?
You did. What did I pick, Brandon? You got one more guess.
One more guess. What else happens in this movie? Oh, they fly now? They fly now.
They fly now. That's what I ended up picking because, again, like what else really happens? There's no little small. I could have, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, could have picked. Actually, I want to. Let's take a vote on this one. Let's scrap this one and actually do the Forced Vision duel fight between Rey and Kylo when they're on Kijimi and then she's on the ship.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's equivalent of Qui-Gon Obi-Wan, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kevin's unimpressed. Yeah, I guess it's the equivalent of.
I like it. I like how it expands.
I don't know why I came off that way.
It expands upon the Force Skype idea very well.
It does. It does. I actually really do quite enjoy that sequence a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, Kevin. I mean, it's very whatever to you, but
I don't know how much I'm into the whole Jedi Skype, but I can see why people liked it, I guess. Nah.
Well, so where would you rank it then? Rank it.
I would rank it below
Rank it.
everything, like above the detention center and above Obi-Wan Grievous.
Okay, that means it's above. You're putting it above the Battle of Dakar.
No, I'm not. Obi-Wan Grievous should not be above Battle of Dakar.
That's number. Yeah, that's what you agreed to.
I didn't agree to that. It's Battle of Dakar. Oh, the Battle of Dakar. Yeah. Sorry. I thought we were talking about Takodana.
Okay.
Sorry, it's been one of those freaking weeks. All right, it's
I understand.
I'm working. I can't get the camera working. Everything's just a mess.
I know.
That's fine.
This
Wherever
episode is
you guys, I acquiesce
absolute
to you guys. As long as
you have to rank it.
As long as Takodana and Sarlacc Pit are 1A and 1B to me, the rest you guys can decide.
Thanks for your contribution,
Yeah.
Brandon.
Sorry.
Where you where are you gonna put it? Where are you gonna put the Rey and Kylo?
What do we have at the bottom again? What are like our bottom three?
We have at the very bottom is Maul and Qui-Gon,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have the tension level above that, and then we have the asteroid field.
Oh man. I guess I really enjoy this scene, but it's up against some heavy hitters. I think it's a strong list overall. I'd put it above Qui-Gon and Maul.
That okay? I mean, I certainly agree with that.
Mhm.
I think I would also put it above the detention level
Mm-hmm.
because I think it's like we talked about the dialogue that's iconic in that detention level
Mhm.
scene. I think what helps this sequence with Kylo and Rey is there is a dialogue back and forth, and it's done in a very interesting way. So I would push I would try and push you a little bit one spot higher, Brandon. What would you say to that?
I agree. I agree.
The last appearance of Vader's helmet too, and then
Yeah.
Vader's helmet gets left behind on Kajimi, dude.
And then Kajimi gets blown up.
No one thinks about that, dude. Vader's helmet guy.
That's right.
I'm sure someone picked it up.
So here is the final list of this type of list.
Start at the bottom. Start from the bottom. Now we're here.
Oh boy.
All right.
All right. So we got Qui-Gon and Maul at number 9. At number 8, we have the detention level shootout. I'm calling that sounds great, right? Detention level shootout.
Yeah.
Then we have Kylo and Rey on Kajimi.
Rey, these are your first steps.
Damn, that was really good. Then we have the asteroid field chase. And then we have Battle of above Dakar at number, what is that? 9, 8, 7, 5. Battle of Dakar at number 5, and number 4 is Grievous Obi-Wan. Number 3 is Obi-Wan Jango. And number 2 is Battle of Takodana, Maz's Castle. And number 1, the Sail Barge Battle Royale, the Death of Jabba the Hutt. And that is our list.
Let's go into bonuses here. What would you choose for Rogue One? What would have been? It would have been
the battle on Jeddah.
Yeah, the battle on Jeddah. Now that would be really high up there. Let's be honest.
Damn,
it's a good one.
Mimban would be the Han Solo one, obviously.
Yeah.
Or Clone Wars movie would be Teth.
The conveyance scene, the train scene in Solo, maybe.
Oh, I mean, see, that's like another. I guess we should do a list of chases because there's a lot of chases.
We did one. It was this one right now today. Let me guess, for your chase scenes, we're gonna have some lightsaber battles in there too.
The only chase one that's left is the asteroid field chase. That's the only one that stayed on the list.
That's
Everything
true.
else got replaced, so we might
I'm down to do that.
Chase. Yeah, we'll do a chase one in the future, maybe in the coming weeks. But I think we're also going to do Kevin's idea. What was your
top
idea, Kevin?
episode titles? I got some thoughts on some of these. Some of them.
Okay. So if you're listening, watching, leave a comment on which one you'd like to see us do first. Either the best episode titles of Star Wars or best chase sequences in Star Wars.
Or best scenes from the KOTOR trilogy. You guys, Brandon and Frank can chime in. They know everything about my movies, so
I'm gonna tell you something off air, but that's gonna do it for this episode
am I in trouble?
of Scoundrels Inc. No, you're not in trouble, Kevin. I'm just trying to wrap up soon here.
And we're out of time to talk about our favorite droids, so we're going to do that next week.
Favorite droids, we'll do that. We'll do that soon. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more wacky lists like this, because who knows what's going to happen next week and the weeks coming. Leave a comment on this episode. We're trying to get 600 subscribers, by the way, by the end of the year. Don't think we're going to do it, but we're going to try. We're going to put it out there.
And then 1,000.
We're going to get 600,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
Okay. Again, follow us on
We're
our
in
socials.
this for the money.
On the podcast feed.
Well, that's why it hasn't been working. The lens cap was on the whole time. Just kidding, everybody. I put it on during the show.
This has been Scoundrels Inc., another Star Wars podcast. Happy holidays, and we will see you next time.
Scoundrel. I like the sound of that.